everyone, hello to all of you and welcome to this session. If you can please confirm me if I'm properly audible and visible, that would be great. Am I audible and visible, guys? Okay. So those who are watching me for the first time, my name is Niharika John Mehra. I'm your faculty of English and I have regular sessions going on YouTube. 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday, we have classes here. And we have editorial sessions. Okay, so Monday to Saturday 8 p.m. editorial sessions on this channel, and on Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays on this channel we have EPFO classes going on, practice sessions. Thank you so much, guys. Then on other channel, that is CGB IBPS hub, we have top 100 questions of each type of question asked in English. So it's like RC and parajumbles on Tuesday, error detection, sentence correction on Thursdays, and Saturday we have fillers and close test. The timing is 1:30 p.m. So 1:30 p.m. is a practice set timing, and this is now the analysis timing. Thank you so much. That's first thing. Second thing is we are going to start with skimming. हमें यहाँ पे vocabulary भी करनी है. We have to cover grammar also. We have to practice some great questions also, because that's how we know how to use a vocab or a grammar rule. Otherwise, if just theory is done, if you're just like a table, you are learning vocabulary, you don't know the context, it's of no use. Same goes for grammar. Okay, so you will start skimming now. I'll give you a timer of 2.5 minutes. स्किमिंग में आपको क्या करना है? स्किमिंग में आपको ये करना है दैट यू जंप एंड रीड. ओके, सो यू डोंट रीड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग इन डिटेल. डू नॉट ट्रांसलेट इन योर मदर टंग. लिपसिंग नहीं करनी है आपको. डोंट प्रोनाउंस लेंदी वर्ड्स. यू डोंट हैव टू गेट स्टक इन 6800. जस्ट लुक एट द नंबर एंड योर माइंड विल रजिस्टर कि कोई एक बड़ा नंबर है. Likewise, you have to train your brain daily. So now, after a period of time, you will realize your brain is able to tell you these are the important words. Like, there will be a coordination, eyes, brain ka और समझने का. So this is why daily practice is super important. So I'll give you a timer of 2.5 minutes. I'll scroll the article for you. This is article taken from the Hindu newspaper, and you have to read. Before that, like or share kar do jaldi se, subscribe if you are new, and if you want daily free PDFs, okay, join a Telegram channel. Details are given in the description below. ओके, ये आपका पैराग्राफ आर्टिकल था. I want you to mention in one line if you have understood everything well, and if yes, then क्या बात हो रही है, मेन बात किस चीज की है. Okay, now permanent damage on the Trump administration and Harvard. Harvard and Trump administration के बीच कुछ हुआ, which is of course not good. It's a permanent damage. So what is the story we are going to get to read? Trump administration's attack on Harvard will have long-term impact. Now, second, what author is saying is that this attack that is done by the administration on Harvard is going to have a long-term impact. Civic life in the US stands on multiple strong independent institutions. Now, civic life here we see in the US, it's not something unilateral, but it stands on multiple independent and strong institutions in different fields. Now, these institutions, whether constitutionality mandated or not, constitution के according है कि नहीं, have a continuity, life and standing of their own beyond particular individuals. तो चलाने वाले नहीं, but these institutions, they mean a lot, they matter a lot in the US. They enable diversity and pluralism. So diversity pluralism एक ही बात है, multiculturalism को भी pluralism बोला जाता है. So because of these institutions, we get to see in the US that there is diversity and pluralism, and it provides protection against arbitrary decisions. Okay, arbitrary means some random decisions by those in power. Ironically enough, now there is a sarcasm. US President Donald Trump is intent on, he is very focused on damaging its oldest and wealthiest educational institution, Harvard. So author is saying this is one of those institutions who that have been standing long and are so important, and there is a person here, the new president is after this institute. After harassing the institution with investigations, so first of all he conducted investigations, orders to turn over records, now asking for the records, and freezing funds and grants running to hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, so बहुत बड़े amount की funds grants freeze कर दिए हैं. The US government has said, now US government is saying that Harvard cannot enroll foreign students in 25-26. So for the new session, now the government is saying that the Harvard university cannot have foreign students. Some 6,800 international students, including 750, more than 750 from India, constitute more than 27% of its current student strength. It's a big number. So almost more than 27% of the current student strength, it's from outside. They will have to transfer to other institutions within the US or leave. So now what they will have to do? They have two ways now, because they cannot continue in Harvard. So they will have to transfer to some other institution or leave as per the government, which does not want any new international student there in 25-26 either. So this is what the government is asking the university to do. The government has said that the student visa program is a privilege. So what government is saying that it is a privilege, that it has granted, and Harvard relies heavily on foreign students to build and maintain their substantial endowment. Endowment is funding. So here author is saying that US government argue कर रही है that student visa program एक privilege है, that it has granted, and Harvard जो है, it relies heavily on foreign students because from there they can make some money. They are getting funding, that is endowment, which is said to run over $55 billion. It sees foreign student visas and tax exempt status as weapons in its arsenal against Harvard. So what view the US government has here, that it sees foreign student visas and this status as weapons in its arsenal against Harvard. Okay, so visa अगर government बंद कर देगी तो आएंगे नहीं Harvard में बच्चे. टैक्स एग्जाम स्टेटस भी अगर वर्कआउट हो गया तो हार्वर्ड में डोनेशंस के लिए कहाँ से लेकर आएंगे, you know. So this is what the current administration is doing across the world. The Authoritarian's Playbook for Pluralistic Society. Okay, authoritarian is autocratic. So that playbook for pluralistic societies, diverse societies, it is to identify an enemy. एक enemy identify कर लो against whom a campaign is unleashed, and against that person, that enemy, unleash the campaign based on real and imagined grievances. So some issues, some grievances, some problems could be real, some could be just made up. The campaign keeps the enemy in the state of disarray. Okay, so यहाँ पे disarray means in the state of chaos, even turmoil, with long-term damage and a chilling effect. Chilling effect is something where people are discouraged, though sullied by unsavory links. Okay, sullied means damaged by, and unsavory is something which is objectionable. So हालांकि it is sullied by, damaged by links which are very offensive. From the Salem witch trials to Enron, Harvard attracts some of the brightest talent from across the world. We see that halaki it's like some of the links that are of Harvard are already damaged because of whatever reason. We still see that the brightest talent from across the world is from Harvard, and it trains them for leadership roles in the chosen field. It represents liberalism, freedom, knowledge creation, and advances globalization. Mr. Trump's working and middle class support. So, first of all, it's Trump's working and the support from the middle class support base looks at Harvard as one among elitist vehicles of globalization that have excluded them while promoting affirmative action for minorities. Now understand this, okay? Yes, Enron scandal wali baat hai ye. Exactly. So I got interrupted in between. I forgot where the line was. Okay, yeah. So for Mr. Trump's working and support base, it looks at Harvard as such a vehicle of globalization that has excluded them while promoting, they are promoting affirmative action for minorities, especially African Americans, but still middle class feels like, of course, along with Trump's working and thought is some people, their own people are getting excluded. While lineage and family background of prospective students are a factor for Harvard. See, we can see factor for Harvard means it matters to Harvard, the university, lineage and family background of the students. An extensive scholarship program seeks to balance that. But at the same time, there is a scholarship program that does give opportunity to those who may not come from a strong financial family background. Harvard has said that it will go to court against government's move, just as it sued the Trump administration for freezing government funds. So already once it has sued the administration, now for this also they are planning to go to the court. While the courts may well stay the ban, okay, now courts can put a stay on the ban. The damage has been done, not just to Harvard, but also to the image of American higher education. So let's say that whatever administration wants not to allow foreign students, there could be a ban on this thing. But now, since things are out, it has already damaged the image, if not other things. And democratic principles, it is damage that cannot be easily remedied. So, isko sahi karna, because now you know it's a great institution against the government and the things are going on like so. So this is not something where we can find a solution quickly and easily. That's what author is saying. Okay. So let's start with some vocab. Pluralism is a very common word we get to see, especially in editorials. That means diversity, multiculturalism. Multiple groups. It could be multiple castes, multiple tribes, multiple religion, multiple anything. So such groups, they coexist in harmony. That is the concept of pluralism. Arbitrary is based on personal whim. No reasoning, no law, just what you feel like. Random, unpredictable, arbitrary होता है वो. It is an adjective. Freezing funds, halting access, funds रोक देना, blocking, suspending accounts. Endowment is the fund or donation, especially given to an institution to support. You might know this thing that you know many people they donate and they give funds and all because they want to get away from, or they want to save themselves from taxes and all liabilities. So that is also again under endowment, any kind of funding. Disarray is a confusion or a disorder state, chaos, turmoil, सब hodgepodge हो चुका है. A chilling effect is a state where people will feel discouraged because of feeling helpless. Okay, they feel suppressed. They don't feel like they have law in their favor or anybody's standing up for them. Sullied is damaging reputation or purity, not everything. Okay, not a simple damage is sullying. Tainting, stain कर देना, दाग लगा देना, बदनाम करना is sully. Lineage is the line of ancestry, है ना, बाप दादा के जमाने से वंश में कौन है, ancestry, heritage. Remedied means finding a remedy, like किसी चीज को सही करने के लिए, रिपेयर करने के लिए, रेक्टिफाई करने के लिए. सो रेमेडीड मीन्स सुधार किया गया, सोल्यूशन दिया गया. अथॉरिटेरियन इज फेवरिंग स्ट्रिक्ट ओबीडियंस टू अथॉरिटी. डिक्टेटरशिप में क्या होता है, अथॉरिटेरियन रूल होता है, ऑटोक्रेटिक रूल होता है, यू हैव टू ओबे, यू लाइक इट और नॉट. आर्सेनल, a collection of resources or weapons. It is stockpiling weaponry, arms. Unsavory, ये dish की बात नहीं हो रही है, but this is the point where we talk about anything objectionable, something which is not pleasant. We would not want to have it, very offensive, disagreeable, moral wise. Okay, now your turn to answer some questions. Why is the article not used with this word US? Why the article is not used here in this statement? This is an important grammar rule. So usually with US, United States, where, or you are simply, if you're mentioning any country and the name of the country has word union or united and some more, you use the. But the thing here is, it is US President Donald Trump. We are talking about the US President. We are not talking about US as a location, as a place. That's why यहाँ the नहीं लगा है. I think you can see at other places within the US, okay. Then again at some more places later on you see, because if it is the place United States, then आप the लगाओगे. But if you are saying US show, this is a US show, that's totally okay, right? Exactly. One thing I want you to focus here, now this is not a question but a revision of a rule. See, oldest is used as superlative. So after and, I am using the same degree, superlative, oldest and wealthiest. अगर यहाँ पे old and wealthiest होता, parallelism would have been wrong. So if you are using multiple adjectives for the same noun, if one adjective is in comparative, other will be also in comparative. If one is in superlative, other one will also be in superlative. That's how we maintain parallelism. Part of speech of this word, part of speech of the word I have encircled. Now this word exists in two parts of speech. One is adjective and one is adverb. So here it is used after ironically. ये ironically ये use हुआ है and after it, that means in this case it is adverb. Okay. Subject and main verb of this sentence. Subject and main verb of the sentence that I have marked. One guys. First noun. While lineage and family background are a factor. So with while we have two clauses, every clause will have its own subject and verb. So first it's lineage and background, because with and I'm adding two things and they are different things. That's why are. An extensive program seeks. The second part is program subject and seeks uska verb hai. Part of speech. It is gerund. Administration for what? For freezing. What ka answer? If not a noun, is a gerund. Okay? Chalo. So the tone that we get to read here in this article was critical and concerned, because author does worry about the next part, because even though here court can do something, can put a stay, still things have gone bad, relationship has gone bad between the administration and university. The editorial criticizes clearly the Trump administration's targeted action against Harvard University. Especially, there is the ban on foreign students' admission that is going on as a dangerous politicization of education. It argues that such action damage not only institution but the image of US for higher education and its democratic ethos. It hurts democracy. It hurts the image of the US as country. The editorial sees this move as part of authoritarian playbook meant to vilify what institutions representing pluralism, diversity and intellectual freedom. So यहाँ पे this is what it looks like. It feels like what he is doing. It feels like this is what an authoritarian administration would do. So it feels like autocracy, working there. First question answer show हो गया है. So pardon me, please. What is the primary concern expressed by the author regarding Trump's action? So it is that it politicizes education and threatens institutional autonomy. It is bringing education in politics, in different words. Come on, guys. Answer is A, irony. What rhetorical strategy is most evident in the author's framing of administration's treatment of Howard? Irony. That's the tone. That's the sense we get after reading what author has written. Now, if we talk about understatement or euphemism, these are some things which is very polite in nature. Okay, so understatement and euphemism, they are synonymous to each other. They mean something mentioned in a very mild manner. Hyperbole is exaggeration. So if anything is exaggerated, in that case, बड़ा चढ़ाकर बताना is exaggerating. तो वो यहाँ पे हुआ नहीं, जो था वही हुआ, वही लिखा गया है. I have just explained you this, so you should know, right? Now, answer is C. Chilling effect most nearly means as per the passage, an indirect suppression of rights through fear. Okay? It's suppression, it's putting someone down. C is the answer. Answer is B. According to editorial, how does Trump administration justify the restriction? Harvard is over reliant on international students for endowment. ये उनका कहना, उनका तर्क था. Next one. Yeah. Why? What deeper implication does the editorial draw? So it is a part of an authoritarian tactic to destabilize plural institution, not plural in the singular plural manner, but जो pluralism हमने समझा. Of course, nah. Harvard has long been considered as nahi aayega, considered doesn't take as with it. Answer is B. So Harvard has long been considered what? A symbol of what? Liberal education and intellectual prestige across where the globe. So everything else is correct. Come on, guys. The government actions appear to target institutions that challenge. Now, please understand, okay? The government actions, government type है क्या action का यहाँ पे? Governments apostrophe s with the word government. Government के actions appear to target what institutions? ये है तो challenge सही है. Institutions that challenge its narrative, government के narrative of national identity and pride. Seventh का answer is A. Answer is B. Freezing of educational funds without a substantial cause. Cause is a singular noun. And we have to use a, an, or the depending on the situation and condition in a sentence. So freezing of funds, freezing is my subject. Freezing is not only unethical but also violates. Okay. Second में but also के बाद we have a main verb, action verb. Not only के साथ there was just is. तो इसमें parallelism maintained है in case you are thinking. तो आंसर है without a substantial cause. Singular countable nouns. हम उन्हें कभी without article नहीं छोड़ते. Many foreign students are at risk of what? Deportation due to an abrupt change in policies. Change policies में है, at नहीं है. Last one. Answer is E. The editorial argues that pluralistic institutions such as Harvard institutions are being targeted किसी और के द्वारा solely because of their elitism. Because institutions है तो यहाँ their आएगा. C or E? What's wrong in C? Are being targeted. Present continuous tense which is possible. Target का काम हो रहा है. And by someone, ठीक है, नहीं mentioned है, but it is done by someone, it is understood, and that's why E is your answer. 10th answer is E. Okay, I hope this is clear. Cool. So that's it. Thank you so much all of you for being here, and now we will meet on Monday. I hope you get to spend your Sundays well. Okay. Take care, all of you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, do join our Telegram, because there you get free PDFs on daily basis of all the classes that are held. Okay, so take care.